And so you attended Wilberforce University?
Yes. I had the typical teenage brush with having a child without marriage.
Okay.
And they rushed me off to Wilberforce University as such. But in those days, it didn't take much. My allowance was $2 a week as a poor kid. And I don't know who paid the tuition. I don't know how that got paid, but the AME Church was really had that school going.
Okay.
Yeah. So after I finished, well, I got about 3/4 way through Wilberforce and had to drop out.
Okay.
And while I dropped out, World War II started. And when it started, I went in the Air Force, volunteered in the Air Force, and met up with the Tuskegee Airman.
Okay. And
that trail led me to Italy for 2 years with the 332nd Fighter Group. And as they say, the rest is history. Uniquely enough, that we didn't feel like we were heroes or anything of that type. But when you think about the fact that the entire German Air Force was not able to get to one single plane that we were protecting, you could see that something unusual was going on. But along with that came the disappointment after the war when no matter what we had done in Italy, we were still not the preferred race, and that the German prisoners had higher status than we had. We thought, of course, when we got back after fighting for democracy, worldwide democracy, that we would be accepted as equals. But not only were we not equals, but the system says we were still below the German prisoners. That hurt. That hurt. But we remember the good times.
And so the details of how you got into the Tuskegee Airman program. You enlisted in the Army Air Corps.
Yes, it was the Army Air Corps in those days.
And then how was it that you ended up getting into the program?
Well, they gave you tests when you went into it. And my test scores said that I could do more. I could qualify, and so they sent us to Tallahassee, Florida, to the Air Force Base there. Then they sent us to Harding Air Force Airfield. It's near Southern University.
Okay.
In Baton Rouge, Louisiana. And then we met up at Selfish Field outside of Detroit with General Davis and the other squadrons that comprised it. Now, all along the way, of course, there was a lot of training and a lot of shooting and lots of other stuff, but we went overseas by Liberty ship and fought up and down the boot of Italy, and it turned out well. But we had to have a HBO movie for anybody to know about it. Yeah, and a lot of heroes among black people during those days in other units, trucking units, tank units, and so on, that didn't get a HBO movie.